All right. We're kind of sort of almost on time. We're only like 20 minutes late. Well, including the 10-minute like pre-roll thing. We're only 10 minutes late. We're doing great. Today is so good, despite the fact that I woke up so late and I was like, oh, I don't even want to stream today. And I thought for a moment really hard about just not streaming today. But I did it. I'm here. Yes, almost on time. Oh no. Come on, sound effect. Wait. Hey. Wow. Yes, almost on time. Oh, I put the chat in an interesting spot on this screen. Okay. Well, that's fine. So I got my pumpkin frame. What do we think of the pumpkin frame? I thought I tried out a bat frame, but it was too like long and skinny, and I feel like we wanted one more up and down, made more visual sense. So we're a pumpkin for the rest of the month. Now I'm like, I want to get a teapot frame and be like, I'm a little teapot. Yeah, no, get like a tea. I have so many ideas for frame shapes now. I can theme the frame shape. But anyway, we're a pumpkin for the foreseeable future. I suppose I could be a ghost shape. Ooh. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So, the reason I woke up so late today was because I went on a road trip yesterday, basically. One of my friends who lives in, like, I don't know, far away, many hours drive, like a full day's drive. Actually, as I'm thinking about it, no, that's more than I can, that's a 2-day drive for me, because I can only do like 6 to 8 hours in a day. If I can trade off with people, as a ghost, you use sound effects of chains and moaning. No chains. Oh, wait. Corset. I have chains on my corset. Chain sounds. Woo. Rattle. What was I saying? Road trip. Yes, I can do like 8 hours by myself, but I imagine if I was driving with somebody else and we could switch off every 3 or 4 hours, I could probably do several shifts. But if it's just me, I learned on my 3-day drive to my new place that I can do 8 hours in a day, but 6 is better. 6 hours is definitely better. Excuse me if I'm the only driver. So this friend lives far away, and she's like, I'm gonna be in Windsor, which is like a 3-hour drive for me. And I'm like, you know what? I have not seen this friend in months, and this is a relatively medium meeting place for both of us, so sure. I will take this unemployment on a day where I wasn't going to stream anyway, and I will go have a little road trip to Windsor. So I got up. I must really like my friend, because I got up at 6 a.m. and I was on the road at 7:15 a.m. so that I could be in Windsor for what ended up being 11 a.m. It was supposed to be 10 a.m. But you know what? It's fine, because she only got there 10 minutes before I did. So it worked out really well, because obviously she had to do the whole border crossing thing. So yeah, I got up super early and drove 3 hours to Windsor, but it was good. She was doing her Canadian oath of citizenship, so I got to witness that, and this bit of patriotic nationality bureaucracy stuff. Honestly, it was a Zoom call anyway, so we sat in a quiet corner in a library, and she took her oath, and I knit for like an hour and a half. It was really boring. But then she was officially Canadian, so we had to go find a Canadian flag to take a picture with, which we did. It was all one of the giant majestic ones, because it's a border city, right? So they get the giant majestic flag. So we got that, but we didn't get a very good picture because it was starting to rain and the flag was not cooperating. So it's a mediocre picture, but we got the Canadian flag picture. And then we decided that in order to celebrate new Canadianness, we should go yarn shopping, because of course. Most of the things that I bought at the yarn store are for the advent calendar for the podcast Patreon advent thing. I want to show you a really cute mug that I got. And I think maybe it's for the advent, but also I might just keep it. So, right. And my friend got me a present. I got little needle stoppers, little alpaca needle stoppers. So those are mine. But I found it's a crafty mug where the handle is, nope, that's the wrong way. The handle is a measuring tape and it's got little yarn balls and stuff on it. And it's supposed to be for the advent calendar, but it might be for me. I haven't decided. I hadn't decided when I bought it, and I still haven't decided now. And at some point I'm gonna have to decide. But I actually didn't buy yarn. I did not buy yarn at the yarn store, which is really quite something. Must be a podcast mug. I suppose maybe it should be a podcast mug. Oh, thinking of podcast mug, that's, oh, come on, can't really see it. It's got a crochet pattern on it, one of the crochet diagrams. It's super sparkly and super doesn't show up on camera though with this lighting. But I got this mug, I think I got this one in Edmonton last year, and I've hardly used it. So, cheers with yarny mugs. Close enough to 10 minutes. I'm challenging myself to just chat for the first 10 minutes of stream and not worry about streaming, just warm up and have a chat. And it's been about 8 minutes, which I figure is close enough. Besides that fact, I need to fill in the poll for what language I'm solving stuff in. So we're doing more LeetCode today. The next easy problem I haven't solved is palindrome number, and I need to make a poll for what languages. Oops, no, I don't need to know the list of languages. Let's new poll. The same title. I really wish polls had the option to just use the settings from the last poll. Alright, let's do C++, which I knew once upon a time. Let's do regular Python versus Python 3. We used C and Rust last time. I'm gonna have to keep a list. I'm gonna make that after. We can do JavaScript, which I actually know. TypeScript is even a different thing. We'll throw in this one that I super don't. I don't know anything about Swift, so let's throw that in. And throw in some Ruby. I know that one. And we'll set this 5 minutes. There we go. All right, so anybody that's hanging out can vote for what language I'm gonna use to solve palindrome number, and I only actually know about half of the languages. Actually, most of those languages I only half know. C++ I have not touched since I was doing robots back in university. And yeah, I was doing like computer vision stuff with OpenCV. I got to do a sprint event. It was for FIRA, the Federation of International Robotics Association. It's basically Robot Olympics, and I was doing the sprint event. So we had this cute little humanoid robot. It was a cute little humanoid robot and the big eyes. It was called the Darwin OP, I think, I don't remember the company. Anyways, cute little humanoid thing with little bat ears and big blue eyes, which were actually just status lights. The eye was actually the little camera that looked like its nose. No mouth. Super cute. It fit Build-A-Bear clothes really well, so of course we dressed them up in like team uniforms. And so I had to make it be able to see the target at the end of the lane so it could adjust its angle so it could go all the way up to the target, and then it had to go backwards away from the target and keep itself lined up. And of course it had to not fall over. It had to be able to stand up again if it had fallen over. I'm gonna see if I can find a video. 1 second. I think the Mister's channel should have a video of robot stuff. Once a Cup, Robo Cup. That's another thing that we did. Wow, these videos are from 10 years ago? That's terrifying. That's crazy. Am I in any of these videos? Hang on. Okay, well, hold that thought. Let's just put that over there. I'll mute the ad. A moment. Oh, wait, hang on. Oh my gosh. Okay, unmute that. Pause the music. Go. Oh, you know what? This isn't gonna have sound anyway. Well, never mind. Come on. Let's find a sprint marathon. A sprint up here. Sprint. Okay. This isn't specifically the one that I worked on, but this is a video of the event. And there's absolutely no sound, so I'll just turn the music. Oh, yeah, that's our professor. And I made the little hat, the little cunning hat. So you see the robot kind of went off to the side there and then corrected and curved back to the middle. And then we had to adjust the gait and lean forwards so that we didn't fall over coming backwards. And obviously go much slower going backwards, because backwards is hard. And then you can see it's curving a little bit, trying to keep itself in line with the target. And then when we cross the line, and we're done. Yay! Anyway, so that's the thing I worked on. Oh, looks like we're using C++. Okay, C++ it is. And actually, before I get started on this, somewhere on the screen, I feel like I should have a list of what languages I've used, and I don't know where a good place for that is. That's a text, not a text from news source. That's used. Let's see, last time I learned Rust and I struggled through C, and now we're using C++. Got font size, and this small, I don't know, here, centered. Where is even a good place for this? I'm just gonna plunk it in the middle and hide it most of the time. How about that? There, call it a day. Let's remember to put on my wrist brace. Ruin my hand. Let's put it on the right way up so it's not upside down. Okay, now what is our problem of the day? Given an integer x, return true if x is a palindrome and false otherwise. Okay, so it reads the same back to front. Oh, okay. But if it's a negative, then it's not a palindrome. Okay, constraints 32-bit integer, 31-bit in. Follow-up, could you solve it without converting the integer to a string? Ooh, I feel like maybe we should go for that. So first, what is to solve that? Convert it to a string, have a beginning index and an end index, and just compare them, and if they're the same, go to the next ones, and just keep going until they're either not the same or they're not the same, in which case return false, or they meet in the middle, or cross, in which case it is a palindrome. I wonder how you do it without converting it to a string. You do it without converting to a string. Suppose you could break it into like each place. I don't know. We're gonna go with the easy string route first though. We've got an int and I need a string. So first things first, C++ int to string, because I don't remember how to do that. So what is the shortest way to copy that, paste that in there? To string. Okay, to string gave us x, which I could change if I wanted to, but I don't. Begin x equals 0 and have an int end index equal to length. C++ length. Oh, it is dot length. Wonderful. I love that. Not quite length though, -1 because 0 indexed. The first position is 0, so the end position is the length of it -1 will be the index of the last position. So now we've got everything we need, and I don't know if we actually can. Actually, I want to do a for int equals 0 I less than or equal to end index plus char first equals. Is this like C where I can just access it like an array? String. So our first char will be string I last equals string. Oops. And actually first thing. So if we're even in this loop, front index is less than or end. So we haven't crossed, so that's okay. Actually, wait, it's less than or equal to, we're gonna have Boolean result and it's gonna default false. So if we, first things first, if we've gotten to this point, I equals ni. So our front index and our back index are pointing to the same. That means that everything before this character and everything after this character is a palindrome. So if we're now pointing at the same letter, we can simply set result equal to false. No, result equal to true, and well, I guess we're done at that point. Otherwise, we take our first string, or our first character, and our last character, and if first equals last, what just happened? First equals last. Actually, if first equals last, we want to just keep going. So if first does not equal last, then result equals false, and we can break out of the loop. We don't need to process the rest of our string. But otherwise, if we make it all the way down here, and I goes down by 1, minus, and once we've finished our for loop, we just return result. I compulsively hit Control S whenever I finish typing code, even if it's in a browser, and I can't actually Control S. I still try. Okay, now does that work? Interesting. I've missed a case. Missed thing. Oh no, it's like C, it's not print, it's like C out first? Is that it? No. Okay, C++ string. Here we go. Or printf. Okay, first. Oh, why is that only printing the 2? I used. What do we get? Very confused. Hey, if we get to this point, come on, copy that first, last, %s, first, and last. What have I done? Oh, I need the dot at C-string. How's that? Oh, wait, right, these aren't strings, these are chars. So I think I maybe actually do that. What do we, chat. That was supposed to be an equals, not a plus. Bet you it works now. Yeah. All of that would have worked just fine if I'd put an equals there instead of a plus in the first place. Chat. Okay, let's submit that. But I got something wrong. But I passed all my test cases. Oh no. Oh, I say grr. I have to say. I need a Stream Deck so I can just put in sound effects. I would not have noticed if I hadn't heard of C++. Yeah, well, I'm blaming chat anyway. I know you're the only one in there, but I'm blaming you anyway. Chat's supposed to catch these things. Okay. I wonder if I start this as true, if I assume it's a palindrome, if I assume it's true, think this works. So still work and submit. Yeah, there we go. Oh, sorry, Leonard. I'm glad you're here. Lurkers are welcome. I don't know how many people are in chat. I can't determine. I only know you're there if you talk. Otherwise, you're invisible, but appreciated nonetheless. Less. Words are hard. How are you doing today, Leonard? It's gross weather outside. That's trees are trying to be all pretty in fall, but it keeps being all gross weather. Anyway, we have successfully done a question in C++. Let's go back to the problem list. This will be the next one. 0, lots of wind, expecting snow. Oh, gross. All right, I'm gonna start the new poll. We've done C++ now, so I can't do that. I'll throw in Python And we've done C. Throw in JavaScript. Let's throw in PHP. Why not? I need a couple that I absolutely don't know. I absolutely do not know Swift or Kotlin. Whoops, I spelled that wrong. There we go. You can vote for what language we're going to solve valid parentheses in. And I'm going to mess around with this block text and figure a good place to put it is. I wonder. Put it up here. Just reformat how I'm doing this. Go. Just make you small. Readable. Look at that. Okay, let's make you small. Good. I'm so professional, you guys. How's the poll doing? It's ruined. PHP. Man, I haven't done PHP years. I suspect this is going to be our winner, though. I have not. Ooh, and now we're raining. About time, then. Yes, I suppose so. I should probably refresh my PHP so that I feel confident having it on my resume. You know. Run, little squirrel, you're going to get damp. It's going to be a very soggy squirrel. I haven't done PHP since like 2018 was when I started PHP. 2020. Although I was writing Go at the beginning of 20, so I don't actually, it was probably 2019 the last time I wrote any P, but it was the whole back end for third-party Shopify apps. My chains won't do. It's not a good look. There we go. So what do we think of this corset? Is this a good corset? I got a whole bunch of corsets a while back, and I'm trying to break them all in. Eventually, it's taking months. And yeah, so this is effectively a brand new corset. It's a little stiff. So if I seem vaguely uncomfortable, it's because I thought it was a good idea to break in a corset while I stream. Oh yes, thank you, Streamlabs. If you're having fun, feel free to follow and hit the little notification bell so that, you know, the next time that I go live. I fixed my follower alerts. I fixed all my alerts, finally, because I realized they were broken, and I wasn't hearing when people were following, so apologies if that was you. They're fixed now, I test. And also, if you're shy and you don't want to be called out on stream for following, that's fine. I have anonymous follows, so all you'll get is a thank you, unless you want to make yourself known in chat. I'm streaming schedule Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 2 p.m. Mondays and Fridays are programming. I'm doing LeetCode for the foreseeable future, because it seems to be working. And Wednesdays are cozy games, where we play Yo Pines. I might change it out for a different cozy game eventually, but right now, cozy game with dinosaurs is the way to go. This week I dressed up as a dinosaur to play, because I have a pink dinosaur onesie. So I was a pink fuzzy triceratops while we played, and it was really warm. No regrets. Well, maybe like half a regret. I was a little bit damp when we were done, but I had fun. All right, looks like PHP is the winner. Do valid parentheses PHP. Oh, right, this problem where you have a string of parentheses and determine if they match. Open brackets must be closed by the same type of brackets, must be closed in the correct order. Every close bracket has a corresponding open bracket of the same type. Right. Only parentheses. Okay, I remember that the way to solve this is stack. Right, yes, okay. So you go through the string, and if it's an open bracket, put it on the stack. And then if it's a closed bracket, you pop the top thing off the stack. And if it's not a matching bracket, the string is not valid. But if it is a matching bracket, pop it off the stack. Keep going with the next character in the string. If it's open, pop it on the stack. Closed bracket, pop it off the stack. If it matches, great. And then if you get to the end of the string and there's still stuff on your stack, the brackets have not been closed and it's an invalid string. But if your stack is empty and everything is matched, then it's a valid string. Now I just have to remember how to do it in PHP. Update our languages used before I get started. PHP. I intend, by the way, to use all of the languages in this list before I reset and start again, which means I'm going to be learning for the first time 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 languages. 8, including Rust, but we've done that one already. So I will be completely learning 8 brand new languages by the time I'm done this. Okay, we have a string. My resume is going to be stacked. It's pretty stacked already. I mean, like, I actually know most of these, or have used it at some point, either professionally or for a beefy enough personal project I count it as being known. The only ones I straight up don't know are Swift, Kotlin, Dart, Scala, Rust, except I've used that one, so I know it a little bit now, Racket, Erlang, and Elixir. Everything else I either actively know or have known at some point in my professional coding career. So yeah, stacked resume. I can do all the things. I even do cybersecurity, full stack web development, and dash of cybersecurity in all the languages. See if that'll get me a job. Stupid job market. Anyway, not here to rant about the job market. I'm here to push things into a stack in PHP. I'm gonna have to remember how variables work in PHP. Is the $sign just for, God, not parentheses, parameters? Or do I have to, or is it like, do I have to be like that? I think so. Stack. PHP have a stack. You just have a nice stack, or do I have to do it with an array? Or do you actually have a stack? Yeah! Okay, love it when we actually have a stack. No, I don't want your software development course, thank you. I'll write my own software development course. New stack. Semicolons, yes, we have language. Yes, we do. Okay, push and pop. And that's about all we need. Do we have string iterators? Iterate on stringers. Ooh, got stir split. This is great. Love when we have built-in iterators. Format correctly, please. Given me S. Did I work at Red Hat? Did they give your employees a red fedora? No, but that is a very common question since I happen to have coincidentally chosen a red hat. I don't and never have had any association with Red Hat. I just wear a red hat. Completely coincidental. It's literally somebody told me I should make some personal branding for conferences, and I decided that a red hat was, I already had this red fedora, didn't know about Red Hat back at the time, and decided that I'll just make the red hat part of my branding because it's bold and bright and whatever. And so it works. People remember me between conferences, and it's very noticeable with the little avatar that I use everywhere. But it means that people also frequently ask me if I have something to do with Fedora Red Hat company, which I do not. But good question. Okay, we've got, that's just gonna print it, right? Var dump. Stack! Oh no! Are you telling me I can't use stack? Telling me I can't use stack? Can I import it? I want to use it. I don't want to make my own. I don't want to make my own stack. Do have sad. Okay, but we're doing it with yeah, fine. Happier with that? Var dumps. Okay, so we don't need to do that. We're good on this front. Okay, we'll do our sad little stack. Do we want to use the beginning or end of the stack? It's gonna be easier. I'm gonna push and pop on the beginning or the end? Well, okay. First of all, if I do like char in, can they be open, round, curly, and square? Oh, knowledge, push, stack. I will fix up the syntax for this in a minute. Else, hop, and stat index. I'm just going to do this on the end of the stack. Seems easier, which will be stack dot -1. If there, okay, I gotta actually look at that. PHP array length of, okay, so it is just size of stacks. I'm missing that. And PHP array delete. So I only ever want to unset custom. Array splice the integer key re-index. Splice arrays starting this index for this many things. Okay, all right. With splice then. Delete it. Okay, so if they match, let's get rid of the last item. If they don't match, we can end this whole thing and return false. Okay, so we iterate through the string. If it's an open bracket, we push it into the stack. Oh, this isn't gonna work because obviously they're not gonna match. I wanna know if the open bracket, has a corresponding closed bracket. This isn't quite right. Okay, instead we're gonna do popped item and it's going this and we're just gonna pop. So now I basically wanna switch case. Switch case, match, switch. Yes, switch and switch on popped. Actually, wait. No, I want to switch char. Case where if char is a round closed bracket. If popped item is open bracket, then we're all good. Don't need to do anything because they match. I could just go with continue, but rather, okay, so in this case, if it does not equal that, then the string is not valid and we can just break everything and return false right there. For the case where our character is closing curly brace, we want our popped item to be an open curly brace, false. And if we're looking at a closed square brace, if our popped item is not, opening square brace, and we're not happy about it, else good, we can just carry on. So if we actually hit the end of this for each, don't break out early, we can return true. Let's see if that works. Oh, I tried to do a Ruby. PHP item array. I love when documentation does this. Search for needle in haystack. The Python documentation is delightful because it's all just about spam and eggs. Okay, so in array, we're searching for char to rather than array every single. Suspect that's not very efficient. You know what? I don't want to spell parentheses because I don't know how to spell it, so we're gonna go with open chars. Char and chars. So if our character is in our array characters, that should do it. Oh, I forgot to finish my case. That's my case. That's my else. That's my for each. Did I do this? Oh, there's not. No, yeah, that's correct. I suppose I should have fault. The default is also going to be a return false, right? No, that's not what I want. Well, it should have matched one of those. So if for some reason it doesn't match one of those, if there's just a weird extra character, yeah, we can return false. Angry about. Is that not how if else works in PHP? Looks fine. And my curly brackets. Else. Oh my god, semicolon. Undefined, because you're not a constant, you're a variable. PHP array append array push. Do we have an array pop as well? Do I not have to do that weird deletey thing? Okay, but it's telling me that what I actually want is array push stack semi that. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate. Do we have PHP array pop? Because that was easier. Is an array pop. Turns the value of the last element of the array, shorting the array by one element. This is perfect. This is exactly what I want. I don't need to do this crap. I can just do array pop stack. That's it. Array push and array. Yes, I know I don't have a say. Can I not use the DS class? What's that class? PDS? Data structures. Is this where the stack was hiding? Sequence. Oh, that's push and pop. Vectors, decks, maps. Well, oh, look at that. There's the stack. There's the stack. Well, I could have used that probably, but this is what I've got right now. I'm gonna make this work, and then I'll change it to use that class, because I didn't know that existed. Wrong answer. Okay, maybe I'll change it to use that class now. See if I can use that. I want to see code examples. So just that. Will it complain about that is my question. DS stack not found. No, apparently I cannot use DS stack. Apparently I'm not do it myself. But in any case, okay, so open, it's one of the opening brackets, push it on the array. Otherwise, pop the item off the array. And if character we're looking at is a closed round, then we want popped item to be open round or return false. Okay, I'll do some debugging here. Oh my goodness, echo work literally just exists to be one single open. I expect popped item, in this case, also be an open bracket. Yeah, okay. So here. Oh wait, no. Wait. So no, we should get to here, and I don't want it to return false. I don't want to do anything. Knew that was good. Again. Go here. Getting char each time. Something dumb. What is the something dumb? Backslash that. Oh, it's just brackets. Okay, so then we echo char backslash popped item backslash n. And that's not even going. That's got to go there. Echo valid. Okay, let's try this. Wrong with my logic. Push popped. So we're popping it, but so we're popping the thing, but we're not. Okay, figure this out yet. Come on. Invalid 2. High quality debugging here. Invalid 3. Valid 2. What? Which means, wait, do I need breaks at the end of this? Does that make any difference whatsoever? No. Okay. Echo char. I forgot. Come on. Well, okay. And actually, okay. Good logs. Good logs are important. So we push that, pop that. Char is roundy bracket. So we should be going here. Why are we not going there? Oh, we are going here. Echo that. Backslash is that? Come on, me nothing. I want you to evaluate this, please. Evaluate to PHP string comparison. Characters. Okay, apparently this is what we want. Oh my god, wait. Am I supposed to be using double equals in here? Is that the problem? Have I just been missing some equal signs? No. Okay. Stir comp, char, and pop type. Triple 0. Come on. Oh, wait, not char. Open round. Triple equals 0, that's false. Okay, invalid 1. That means popped item is not equal, but popped is an open bracket. I'm confused. We popped the open bracket. No, we don't need to know what we pushed. The pushing part works. But comparing open bracket to popped item says if they're equal. Oh my god, am I just reading this backwards? I thought 0 was false. If 1 is less than, it will alphabetically, and 0 if they're equal. I should read the documentation. Oh my, thank you, Len. And then I do want breaks in here, yes, I do. I do want breaks because it will just waterfall down thing if they end up not matching. Okay, this open square. Yeah, it worked. All right, let's get rid of all of these printy things. Okay, didn't break it. All runs. I leave one in. Oh yeah, I did. Totally left one in at the bottom. Don't need that. Okay, submit. Come on. Oh, passed 86 of 95 tests. Come on now. Oh, I forgot that case where, I forgot the part where at the end you have to check before we return true. At the end, if the stack is empty, we only return true. Otherwise, we return false. I forgot that part. How did we do? We're doing size of stack. Or was that C++? Hang on, I don't remember. Well, we'll find out in a minute. If only if it's 0 do we get to return true. Else, we are still returning false. Okay, and submit. Yeah! My runtime is Terrible. It's 23%. Well, we solved it. That's the important part. Oh, right, I can try with the SPL class. That's not... There we go. SPL stack. Okay, let's see if I'm allowed to make a new SPL stack. SPL capital stack. Will that even let me do it? Yes, it will. Okay, now I just have to change my syntax. So what do we push? All kinds of stuff. Okay, pops. Assume that moves it. I'm going to assume. So instead, push. There we go. Instead, it should be stack push, right? I don't know what rewinding a stack is, but I don't know that today. That would tell me if it returned something. Stack. Oh, the value of the pop node. Ha! I'm so good at reading documentation. I'm just the best. Very detail oriented. That's also a case I should handle. If I try to pop something and it's empty, that would also make the string invalid. Oh, then I do size. There's count, but there was also is empty. Stack empty. Show these little test cases. Else at this, if stack is empty. At this point, if the stack is empty, we want to false, because if we're trying to pop and there's nothing to pop, that makes it an invalid string as well. But I mean, unexpected. Oh, brackets. There we go. Okay, wrong keyboard combinations. Blech. I can type, really. Okay, submit again. Hey, okay, we got it again. There. Okay. I have now learned about the SPL stack class. Learning. I really need buttons for sound effects. Wow! Alright, list. Alright, next problem will be merging two sorted lists, but it's time for a new poll. We get to decide a new language. Poll. So Python. Wish they had OCaml. That's another one. I have no idea what it's even for. Oh, good night, Nidorina. Have a good sleep. I'll see you on the internet tomorrow. Done. C Sharp. JavaScript, Ruby. I have two that I actually know, two that I more or less know. I should check on then, because I actually know. Okay, two that I know, two that I half know, and one that I absolutely don't. Yeah, there we go. Come on. Pardon me while I see what all of these things are. Okay, nothing important is what it is. I'm gonna have to pull out the chair soon. I've been standing for 2 hours. That's why. Oh, pardon me while I rearrange the arrangement. Haha, there we go. Now you can hear me again. Oh, how's everybody in chat doing? I feel like I should have question of the day. Today's question of the day. If you could do any job, like if money was not a thing, what's your dream job? If you don't have to worry about money, what is the thing that you want to do every day and contribute to the world? Or just for fun? I think for me, that's somewhere at the intersection of coding and dinosaurs. And I don't know what that looks like. Because, fun fact, before I got into computers, I was a dinosaur kid, and I really wanted to be a paleontologist. I still do, honestly. It just doesn't pay nearly as tech. And then I thought, like most people do, that paleontology was like all field work, and it's super not. Field work is such a small piece of it, but I thought it was going to be like all of it, and I didn't want that, so then I found computers instead to be a nice inside time. But then it turns out, as I found out in my adult life, that a lot of paleontology is writing papers and doing stuff in a lab, and it's like maybe a few weeks of the year is field work, maybe, and everything else is in a lab. And I'm like, well, why didn't I go and do the dinosaur thing then? So if I ever go back to school, I'm doing paleontology. Fortran or COBOL? What? No legacy code. What? Oh, I don't know anything about either of those. I don't even know. Isn't that like banking software from the 70s and 80s? Is Fortran and COBOL? And there's not a lot of jobs for that anymore, but if you happen to know it, they'll pay you a lot because nobody knows it anymore because a lot of jobs ask for it. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. Oh, programming dinosaurs. Oh my god, I missed the joke. I'm so sorry. Because those are programming dinosaurs. Yeah. Good joke. I'm slow on the uptake. No. I don't want anything to do with those. I really don't. I do not need to work in languages that are like a step above assembly. COBOL is the first and last language created by committee. Was it actually? Sorry, I'm very distracted because my floor is really cold, but the rest of the room is not. It's just the floor. I think means, which is unfortunate. It was actually created by committee. Oh, that sounds like it's probably terrible then. Oh, we're doing Go. All right, Go it is. I have actually used Go professionally. They basically said, hey, do you want to learn Go? And I said, sure. And they're like, okay, great, work with this other dev who's also just learning Go and make a key piece of our infrastructure. Apparently they're still using it, so I guess I wrote decent code. Add this to the list. Nope, spelled that wrong. Go. But I got to learn Go by writing a microservice architecture server to connect a bunch of third-party Shopify apps. And it worked the second time we built it because, of course, when you're learning something, the first time you make something, when you're learning something, anything, like physical thing, code thing, like as you're learning, the first thing you make, terrible, and you learn a ton. And the second thing you make, still pretty bad, but it's a lot better, and you still learn a ton. And then by the third thing, you actually kind of know what you're doing, and it's like competent. This is my philosophy anyway. So that was the first thing that either of us had done in Go. It didn't work. We had to push back the release date and basically write it from scratch again. But you know, that's what you get for asking two devs who've never written Go before to write something in Go. We're never gonna make that release date. It was a good learning experience. And then after that, just for fun, I wrote a Twitter bot that talks to Ravelry, which is a website for knitting patterns, and they have public APIs, so anybody can just get all the Ravelry data. And I thought it might be cool to do some data analysis or something, but I just wrote a Twitter bot that would like advertise the hottest patterns of the day, basically. But of course that's dead now because Twitter and X and their unlove for bots. So that's a very dead project. Alright, what's this? Merge two sorted lists. Given heads of two sorted linked lists. Let's merge the two lists into one sorted list. Should be made by splicing together nodes of lists. Return the head of the merged linked list. Okay, you can get the Stack Exchange database on archive.org. Ooh, I feel like you could do some really cool data analysis with that. I know basically nothing about data analysis. That's the other thing. If I went back and did a comp sci degree now, I would do some cybersecurity courses, or like at least like some networking or something, but I would really want to do some data analysis stuff because that was not really a thing when I was in school, so it wasn't really an option, but I certainly hope it's an option now, and it's a very hot area, using machine learning and AI to do data analysis. If I was doing school now, that is absolutely what I would do, but I'm not in school and I already know how to do this, so I'm doing merging linked. Gosh, this feels like second year university, doing stuff with linked lists. Number of nodes 50, values next of 100. Lists are sorted on decrease. They're sorting ascending order, so like 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, yes, like their example. Okay. Cybersecurity, probably. I could also do some like certifications on stuff. That'd probably also be useful, but I don't want to. I like writing code. I mean, I do, but I don't, you know. I like writing code, and I don't want to stop doing that, but also security is cool, and sometimes involves writing code, but then nobody wants to hire me for that because all I know how to do is write code. I don't have like any certifications or anything, but I've been an AppSec engineer for 2 years. I know some stuff, I just don't have acronyms to put with it. Apparently that's no good. Gotta have the acronyms. The smart way. I suppose have a pointer to each list, compare the two nodes, whichever one is less, add that into list, counter along. Yeah, just keep comparing them, and then whichever one was less, add it to the list and move the counter along. Okay, so new list. Hang on, how do I define this? I guess new list is just gonna be list node. I don't remember the syntax here. Golang. It's in Go. How we do list node. Oh, Golang doesn't have sense. Okay, very end of this will be return list. List pointer is going to be just start also list pointer, list 1, list 2 pointer, list 2. So then pair the two things. Okay, so list 1 pointer is a dot. Do I point pointer address off? Okay. It's an anonymous named field's an anonymous field. Oh, okay. It's been a hot minute since I've done this. Okay. I think for this new list node, think it's ampersands. Think it's less than or equal. I think I want to, because currently my new list is one empty list. It's one empty list node, so I would need to put something into that list. But on subsequent rounds, I think I want to make a new list. So I think maybe there's a setup step. Figure out which head of list. Anyway, so this is lister and advance list wonder list dot next. Else we do the same thing but with list 2 list node. Okay. What is that limitation? Lists could be 0. Could be 0 nodes in a list. Ha rumph. Okay. Sorry, I'm waiting for an actually vaguely important message, which has not occurred yet. Apologies. Okay, so there's a case where list 1 or list 2 is empty, is length 0, and there's a case where, okay, I need to lay out cases here. So we're going through the list, and there's a case where at the end of list 1, case 2 at the end of list 2. Then there's the third case where items lists, and then within that one, there's case 3, item 1 less than 2, case 3.2. 2 where item 1 greater than item 2, and I think that's all of our cases. So we check if we're at the end of list 1. Depending on how I want to do this, I guess because the list can be 0. So I guess, wait, hang on. List 1 and list 2 are pointers to a list node, so I don't actually need that. So we have the case is test if it's nothing, but node. Okay, so if the list is empty, will I just get like an empty node? Golang check struct 0 values. Guess I can check. Okay, can I just be like equals nil? The end of list. Then I suppose there's more cases actually. Case 1, list 2 is not empty. End of this, and there's case 2. Not at the end of list. We're also at the end of list 2. Is if list 2 done. Return now. Else. Can you stop that, please? Just one nicely formatted code. Okay, we're not at the end of list 2. Let's go with new list. I don't want a pointer every single list. Ow, all these pointer. This code is not going to stay here. It's going to go into one of my cases down below at some point. We're not at the end of list 2, which means new list val capitals val. At what point do I want to create new nodes is the question. It just says say anything about whether I... Okay, so we want to copy the value. And we want to move the pointer, so list equals list point to list. I could do that, right? And it works. Yes. Okay. So else if Golang else language that else one of these languages an elif. Remember if go it was not go. Oh, we also don't have brackets around. Yeah, I don't need these. It's very similar to this one. Except we know we're not at the end of list 1, so we don't at list 2 not list 1. There we go. Okay, so we're at the end of list 2 and not at the end of list we got here because we already checked for that, which means we just want this stuff from list else items in both lists, so we need to compare them. We have items in both lists, so this is where we list 2, so we take list value, list nodes, list 1 is greater than item 2 there. Yeah, okay, so I think we filled out all of our cases. We can handle so many things. Okay, so if we've got nothing left in list 1, check list 2. If that's also empty, we're done. If it's not empty, just take whatever's in it. We don't need to compare anything and advance to the next node. But if list 1 is not empty and we're at the end of list 2 and we're not at if list 1 is not empty, else if list 2 is nil. Yes, else if list 2 is nil, but list 1 is not, then take whatever's in list 1, new node, and advance list 1. Otherwise, there's things in both lists, so we need to compare them. If the list 1 item is less than or equal to the list 2 item, we'll just take that, make a new node, advance. And if the list 1 greater than the list 2 item, make a new node and advance. And so eventually, hit here and just turn new list head. Oh, I need a loop. I haven't looped. Hang on, this is going to change all my cases. While list 1 does not equal nil, and list 2 does not equal nil. This, do we? Golang while. Oops. Do we not have while? Oh my god, we just have, okay, we don't want that. We want or return a break. Do want to return at the bottom. However, we still have a problem that when we start out, well, maybe we don't. We assume that we're starting this loop with new list being an uninitialized list, which it is. Well, let's run this and see what it does. This might maybe work. Ooh, okay. What does this even mean? Okay, starting at line 25 with all of my line 21 with all of my problems. New list.val find. Yes, I know it's on. Do I have to initialize? Feel point pairing structs. Ways to initialize go structs. Oh wait, do I want this colon equals? I don't quite remember what that was. But I think maybe I. No. Okay, never mind. That's want that. No, I definitely don't. Okay, that has something to do with accessing. Is that what I want? Remember? No, that's obviously not. Apparently I don't want that either. I assume this stuff works. What variadic function constructor? This is far too complicated. Let's try this. Just read it again because I've proved I'm so good at reading stuff. Assigned at a zero valued string. That means all the fields will take their respective 0 values from their types. Okay. Remember how pointers and stuff want? Maybe just new list be list with new list head then be like that. Is that like dereference pointer and point to the same thing? This doesn't work. I'm reading and I don't want to. Golang pointers. Ooh, sorry. Vaguely important message. People are asking me stuff about what's going on tonight, and I don't know what's going on. Aside from I have a chair dancing class. Ooh, just over an hour actually. So when we finish this problem, this is our last problem. Then I have to go to your dance class. Place an ampersand, a variable or state address or pointer to that variable. Okay, so you're saying head. Okay, so you're going to be a list node. We're going to get the address of new list. I think that means right now new list head and new list are the same thing. Like that? Pointers. if I want to point numbers. Finding points. Okay. Fine. This. Understand what's going on. Okay. Well, this is saying that next is a pointer. So instead of that, is it like, can I just make list that? 22 doesn't error anymore? Yes. Okay. Think maybe I've got it. Think maybe. Maybe. Extremely big maybe. Okay, well it runs. This is good. It runs. I output a 4 and a 0. That's great. Okay. I haven't been updating my new list pointer. Oh my god. Obviously. Just new list next. That at every step. 2. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Pretty please? Nope. Okay. No, but this is good. I actually got the right stuff. It's just that I've got a useless thing on the end. Which means I'm returning the right thing, which means I could do this better. But you know, I'm just gonna delete it at the end. I could do this differently, but I'm just gonna delete the end. Oh no, I don't think I can. Just linked list. Ah! Okay. Annoying. Okay. What's the best way to do this? Because the issue is that I've now just got an empty item at the end of my list. What if I don't take this bit out? This happens. So down. Only need to make. Actually, I have to add some. So actually, if we just move those 2 lines up, things still doesn't feel right. It's still gonna have a 0 at the beginning. Yeah, now we have the 0 at the beginning. It's because of the way I'm starting it. It's because I'm starting it with list. So I either need a base case or I'm starting not the right way. Hate these off by 1 errors are the worst. Although now that I've done it this way, I can cheat and simply move the head pointer to the next item in the list. And cheat just a little bit. I think maybe that'll do it. Haha! Yes, it is a bit of a cheat, but I'm gonna roll with it because I gotta wrap up. Runtime beats 100% of users with Go. What? My memory usage is terrible though. I bet you can just make a list that's pointers to the, because I'm currently copying things into my new list. So I end up with 3 lists, but I bet you can do it entirely with pointers and not actually make a 3rd list. Anyway, I finished it. So there. Just never mind my slight cheat at the bottom there. It's fine. It's good. And I could probably, these lines that are everywhere, I could write it better, but I'm not going to because I gotta wrap up. I gotta figure out what's going on because somebody's supposed to be coming over and I haven't heard from them. And I gotta figure things out. So thanks everybody for hanging out for this LeetCode extravaganza. We got through 3 problems today, which is 1 more problem than we did on Monday. That's an improvement. I didn't have to completely learn anything new this time, which helps. And I got to brush up on my C++ and PHP and Go, which is great. Put those things more specifically on my resume now. Maybe not Go, given how much I just struggled with that. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. Stream schedule is Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern. So the next stream will be Monday, 2 p.m. Mondays and Fridays are coding, LeetCode for the foreseeable future, and Wednesdays are cozy gaming, which for the next little while anyway is going to be Paleo Pines, Stardew Valley with dinosaurs, and it's delightful. Last time I dressed up as a dinosaur in my cozy dinosaur, and it was glorious. So cozy games on Wednesday, coding Monday, Friday, always 2 p.m. Eastern-ish. I'm working on actually showing up on time. It'll be a glorious day when I actually... Yeah, I think that's it. I do not have time to hang around for a raid. Do not have time to hang around for a wait. So I'm just going to say goodbye. See y'all on Monday, p.m. Eastern.